What is it going to be like for you? I know you were not playing defense against Kirk Cousins, but you guys had great chemistry here, put up a ton of numbers with him. Just for you to see him back in a different uniform.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing but love for Kirk in this building. I mean, he obviously did a lot for this organization, a lot for the city. So, being here with him for a year and a half, I loved having Kirk around, and he took the offense places. He took us back to his hometown, and we really got to know Kirk. So it'll be a little different, obviously, seeing him in a different jersey. But that's the nature of this league, and that's how things roll. So there's nothing but love from Kirk from here, and we'll see what happens on Sunday.
Just when it comes to Sam and his arm strength, how do you feel like that opens things up for the offense? I mean, last week the throw to Addison in the tight window, things like that. How is it different when a quarterback has one of the best arms in the league?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I love seeing Sam, let loose those balls a lot of the time. He'll throw one deep, and it's fun to watch, and it kind of just soars through the air. I mean, it looks like he just flicks it and it goes away. So it's fun to see that happen. But he can fit it within tight windows, and he can kind of do stuff you saw last week. I think there was one to Jets too that he put in a real tight window, and there's one where I sat down and backer comes to me and he hits Jets on the wrap behind, and that was pretty sweet. Looking at that on the jumbotron in the field, like barely got past his hand. So he does stuff like that. He plays on time. He's one of the best at doing it. So it's fun to watch him and be on the same field with him right now.
That one to Addison, were you seeing that live on the field, like wondering if it was going to get over the linebacker? Or
yeah, I mean you see that kind of stuff, and I mean you're in it live, and so you can kind of see how that stuff plays out, right? So you can see the hands go up, and then the ball just goes over top or whatever it is. It's kind of funny to watch from our angle. So like I said, it's cool to go back and just give him a little dap and be like, that was nice, man. So
is that a pass that you think most quarterbacks in your experience would throw, or do you have to have a certain?
I mean, it's all about obviously A, confidence to be able to throw that ball, B, having the arm to throw it, and then throwing it in the rhythm and the timing of what we're doing in the routes. So I've played with a lot of really good quarterbacks, obviously Stafford when I was young, and Kirk, and then now Sam. So it's a lot of fun to see those differences and see. Staff was one of those guys that would do the no look, and I haven't seen that one come out from Sam, but I'm sure he can do it. So, but Sam throws it in tight windows on time. Knows where we're going to be, and anticipates a lot of different things. So it's fun to be out there with him.
Just as far as Atlanta's got two safeties that are really accomplished. How do you feel like that changes the game when they have safeties at their talent level?
Yeah, I mean, they're ball hawks. To just watching them on tape and seeing what they can do. I mean, obviously they run downhill with the run fit, and come in and they're not afraid to get in the pile. And then when you're going down the field and you make a catch or something, you gotta be ready for a hit, or you got to be ready for a contested catch. So obviously really good safeties. So it'll be a challenge for us, but we're excited about it, and everybody that comes in, we look forward to. So they come at the ball pretty hard, and so ball security will be a big thing this week, and so which it is every week. But obviously, just seeing what they've put on tape is it makes it more gotta watch out for it. So big one this week, and we're excited about it.
Terry, we've already addressed this, but with Kirk, I remember last year you had to come in hot, and you got up to speed really fast and got into rhythm with him. But what was it about Kirk, or what did you learn from him in that time that might have helped you?
Yeah, I mean, Kirk was, he went through his reads well. I mean, that was a guy that, went from one read to the other to the next, and was really quick with yes, no decisions and that kind of stuff. So, when I came here, I guess one of the things that I mean, Stafford was like a get open quarterback when I played with him when I was young, and so it was more, hey, just go get open, not a big deal, and he'll stay with you. Kirk was more of a timing guy, and so you needed to be where you were at in that kind of timing, and so he didn't really care how you got there, but as long as you were there in his timing and the rhythm of him, then you would do that. So that was kind of my thing, was get open, not really worry about the stems and that kind of stuff, but get open and then be there when he needed me to be. So that was one thing that from him that I learned, just drops and steps from the quarterback and being there in the right time. So.
Where does Sam fall in that spectrum?
Yeah, I mean, Sam's been kind of, he's a yes/no guy. So just kind of like Kirk, I would say he's a mix between, what I've played with Kirk and staff. Just, go get open, and I'll stay with you. And if you're at 12 yards and you're supposed to be at 10, not a big deal. If you're, which was a little different when. With some other quarterbacks that I've been with. So it's fun to be with, guys like that, where you can just kind of go play ball and not really worry about certain things. Obviously, we in our offense, we have a time clock and we have to be where we need to be, but not really worrying about, hey, if it's this, you got to stem out. If it's this, you got to stem in, and that kind of stuff. So more just go get open and be there when I need you to be, that's kind of what's fun for me. So.
Like those different styles, kind of like on the fly. I'm sure maybe with the reps.
A little bit, but that's kind of something that every quarterback that I play with, I kind of ask them what they want or how they want it, and it's an evolution obviously too. There's some things where I get to read and read the coverage and do different things, and so when I do that, it's more just him trusting me that I'll find the zone, and it might not look the same every single time, but you throw it in the middle of the zone and I'll be there. Or if man-to-man, just trusting that I'm going to be able to beat a guy, even if he has the right leverage. So that's kind of something that every time I have a new quarterback or whatever, I kind of try to ask them what they're looking for, how they want things, and that usually goes with the connection that you have with them.
When Arizona was kind of putting everybody at the line of scrimmage and dropping out different guys,
yeah.
What challenge does that create for you, or are you just looking who's there, doesn't matter where they came from?
Yeah, I mean, that was something that we talked about last week, when, in the beginning of the week, was they're going to try, they played the 3 safety deep kind of thing in the box, and so they're going to try to fit where that linebacker would be normally, but they don't actually have a linebacker there pre-snap, right? So they're going to drop into it and try to make some confusion with the line and make some confusion with, us as tight ends. And so when you're on that track, or, we have spots that we have to hit in the run game, right? So you just have to trust that they're going to, eventually come to it, and that happens post-snap rather than pre-snap. A lot of defenses, they do it pre-snap, and so you kind of know where you're going to go. But, when you do it post-snap, you just have to trust that someone's going to come fill that gap that they don't have there pre-snap. So that was kind of a thing that, you just had to adapt to a little bit, and what we talked about at the beginning of the week. So it took it probably took a day, and we were like, all right, let's just trust where we're going to go and not really worry about who we're going to, and they'll show up. So.
TJ, does having Josh back make your job easier at all on Sundays?
I mean, yeah, Josh is obviously a big part of the tight end room. So great to have him back. He can do some things in the run game that not many tight ends in this league can do. Big guy, obviously can move 350-pound guys that are 3 techniques or whatever, and so it's fun to watch him. So yeah, I mean, to have him back is huge for us as a team and huge for us as a tight end room. But we're rolling now, and so we're excited to have him back for sure.
Does it free you up at all, or were they doing things to free you up anyway, even when he wasn't in there, in terms of splitting you out?
Yeah, I mean, I think it just depends. I mean, third down, we run a 1 tight end set. When it's 12, it's, either me and Josh or Johnny and Josh, and so helps in some certain situations. But in others, it's good for me too, because you get a blow or whatever. So. It's like I said, it's great to have him back. He's a huge part of our offense, a huge part of the tight end room, and we're excited to have him back. Cool. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.